sick.
Oh.
Because I walked in the room and he's like, what are you wearing? And I was like, a skirt. Like, I had to dress up. He's like, it's kind of silly you're wearing a skirt in the middle of winter. And I'm like, I'm sorry, bud. Like, I had to. And he's like, don't do it again.
Right. All right.
I
So you should probably give him some sort of thing and say probably next time you see him. Be like, yeah, I probably like your hair. And he'll be like, and he will not take it as an insult. He'll be like, thank you. I probably like it too. You know, like he really thinks it's just a word to use anytime that makes you sound very intelligent. So, like, I'll be like, what's 4 + 4? And he'll go, probably 8. And smile at me, and I'm like, it's 8. The answer's 8. Like, it's not probably 8. Sorry, Mariah. I didn't mean, well, all 4 of you are dealing with this time. Okay, so exponential equations with logarithms. My plan is that, oh, did I have a separate one, I thought? My plan is that I'm just going to do some of these with you. There they are. Probably I'm going to do these. Okay, we're going to do, this whole thing is due for you on Monday, and I'm going to do about a third of it with you right now, and then give you time to work. You're going to be pretty good at this, I think, at the end. You'll notice that the problems skip all over the place. That's because I whited out most of them, or half of them, so to give you a variety. All right, let's try number 2 and start there. So, what is the opposite of adding? Subtraction. What's the opposite of multiplying? How about squaring something? A square root. Okay, so what's the opposite of an exponential function? A logarithm. That is what specifically, so an exponential function gets undone with a logarithm. And we created those. We created those specifically to undo these. So I'm going to just solve it like a straight algebra problem. I'm just going to use logs as I go. And I don't think a lot of teachers do it this way, but I do. So I definitely didn't learn it this way, and I was very confused when I was young. Okay, so 12 to the r power equals 13. Remember how we were just in the warm-up trying to guess what kind of power it would be to make something else? So what we're going to do is both sides, we're going to write log base 12. So basically this would be log base 12 of 12r equals log base 12 of 13. Notice that the log and 12 here are lined up, and this log and 13 are lined up. Why do you think I chose to do a base 12? Yes, this base is 12 over here. So notice that 13 doesn't have a power, 12 has the power, that's the one that I care about. These cancel each other out because a logarithm cancels out an exponent. So my answer is going to be r equals log base 12 of 13. And then I can do the change of base formula in my calculator, where I'm going to take log 13 divided by log 12. You can also do the change the base actually, like rewrite what the base is in your calculator, like Jenna was talking about underneath the math button, but it takes longer, in my opinion, than just doing it this way, and the older calculators can't do it. Did you get 1.03? Everybody remembers that you can just plug it in to see if you're right. Would you get exactly 13? No, but you get pretty close. All right, post-it partners. Who doesn't have their post-it partner in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so Jenna, you can join any group. Everybody else sit with your partner, please. You're going to try number 3. So try number 3, please.
Okay, sounds like plans. What? Sounds good.
right, so you're trying number 3 right now with your partner. Go for it.
That's a quirky nine. You're wearing your rings today.
No.
Gonna get stabbed like you.
All right, now I feel like this is necessary because raise your hand and be honest with me if you could have solved a problem like problem number 3 without guess and checking before half an hour ago. Okay, so do you guys agree that this is something that's easy to forget, something you learn in Algebra 2? It comes up a lot in college, and it's like, this is super simple, right? This is not that complex like algebra. You do have to do the rest of the page, but we're moving on to the second page. I want to do let's do number 18. Okay, now, does anybody know what the number e is? It's like pi, like it's a specific number. Anybody know? E is 2.718, etc. If you type in second and then the divided sign in your calculator and hit enter, that's what E is, at least to that many decimal places. There's something to do with finance that it gets used for, but basically it's a power that maximizes certain things like profit loss. And it's opposite. So you know how like the opposite of 10 is a log base 10 or 9 is a log base 9? Okay? The opposite of E is a natural log because E is used so often in economics that they have a special button for it. That's the one that says ln down here. That means log naturel in French. Yep, log naturel in French. And only I probably should say it in a French way. I say log naturel. This is the opposite of e to the x. Do you see how e to the x is right above it? Okay, so only whenever you see an e will you use a natural log to solve something. You don't have to put a base in at all or do the change of base rule. So let's get rid of this stuff. Okay, we know we're going to use a log because you see the variable and the exponent here. Okay, so what should I do first, do you think? Think I should do a natural log immediately? No, it's just like solving a regular equation. Take it apart piece by piece. What should we take apart first? I'd add 3 first, yes. You guys get negative 20 on that side? Now what? Divide by negative 6. So now I've got e to the 8n plus 8 equals 20 divided by 6, which is 3 1/3, or we'll just do 3.33 right now. Okay, now what do you think we should do? Now we're doing the natural log. Do you see how we can't even get up into the exponent until we get rid of this e? A natural log on both sides will cancel out that e. Now you're left with 8n plus 8 equals the natural log of 3.33. You don't have to do any change of base stuff. You can just type in right now in your calculator the natural log of 3.33 and write that number in. That's 8n plus 8 equals 1.2 I got. Does everybody realize that I'm not going to get an exact answer because I'm rounding as I'm going throughout this, but we'll be pretty close. Now what? Subtract 8, subtract 8. Now I have 8n equals, what, 0.4? No, it's not 0.8. 1.2 minus 8 is negative 6.8. And then? Divide by 8. Negative 0.85. Okay, now we're going to see how much this works. So in your calculator, we're going to put this all in at once. negative 6 times e to the power of 8 times a negative 0.85 plus 8, and get out of that power, minus 3. I got negative 22.92, which is not exactly negative 23, but pretty darn close. So anytime you're wondering if you did it right, just do that. Okay, the problem that you're gonna do with your partner is number 15. This one will be worth a prize, and you guys will come up here and show us. Now notice, this doesn't have an e in it. It has a base 6, so you're not gonna use a natural log. You're gonna use a log base 6 as you solve it. But take it apart piece by piece. Talk to your partner. Go.